Okay class, what we're going to look at today is the measuring and marking out of a T-Halving. Now T-Halving is a flat frame construction joint which is used to join two pieces of material in this T section. Now this can be used for a rail of a door, it can be used as part of a gate, it can be used as a general frame, so it's used for quite a lot of different things, okay? Flat frame construction. Now when this comes apart, you can see it's got this piece, half of it removed here and the other half removed here. Okay? So, how are we going to do that? We're going to mark it out, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get two pieces of wood. One is 20mm wide, thick and 40mm wide. So this is the material that we're going to use as an example of how to cut this joint. So two pieces of wood, which we're going to join together like that. Now the first thing again we need to do is we need to mark our face and edge. Face and edge. And it's important that you do this because that makes sure that the joints come back together the way they were. You can end up making this upside down, back to front, inside out, and it doesn't work. So you've got to make sure that you're always working with your face and edge marks. So your two faces are facing you up and your two edges are facing each other. Get into the habit of doing that, it makes so much of a difference. Okay, so basically this is going to go across here. And I showed you in the earlier joint, half of it is coming out. So the first thing we're going to do is mark this one. Now, the width of our wood is 40mm. So we need a line squared across 40mm from here. Now the tool we're going to use is this, tri-square. Now the tri-square has a 90-degree angle in here. And we use this for marking lines square to a face or an edge. So take a piece of wood, hold it on to your wood, okay? Got to keep that tight. Having it like this is no good. A good way is if you can pick it up in one hand, then you know it's tight, okay? So slide that back until we get to 40mm. This is a steel rule. So we're looking for 40mm. Okay, making sure it's nice and tight. And then you take a nice sharp pencil, one crisp line. Now we're going to take this bit away. So we're going to use hatching lines or wastewood lines to indicate the part of the wood that we are going to cut away. Now the next thing to do is extend these lines down the side, just past halfway. You don't have to go all the way down. And again on the top, making sure your tri-square is nice and tight. Take your pencil, mark that. Okay, so that's how us get that mostly marked. Now, what we need now is a line halfway here. And the tool that we're going to use to do that with is this tool here. This is called a marking gauge. Now the marking gauge comes with 4 parts. There's the stock, the stem, the spur and the screw. Now, I like to use these wee things to help me. So stock is this big square part. So it's like a stock cube. Right, so this is a cube and it's a stock, the stock cube. The long thin piece, stem, like the stem of a flower or a stem of a plant. Spur, self-explanatory, a wee sharp spur. And the screw, or thumb screw, which is used to lock the stock in place at whatever size we want to make it. Okay. Now, the size we want is half of that. So half of 20 is 10. So we're going to take a steel rule and we're going to measure 10. Now, you can see that's just out a wee bit. So what we can actually do is tap that on our desk and check it. There you go, it's right at 10. So tighten the screw and double check it. Still at 10. So that's fine, okay? Now, marking gauge works by rubbing this along the side of our wood, right? For a parallel mark for our face or an edge. So the mark we want is a mark going up here, parallel to this edge. So what we do is, take your marking gauge, hold it against here. Now you don't want this, you don't want that. It's got to be tight. Now without the spur touching, you can practice sliding it up and down. So slide that up and down for a few wee practices and then just turn the spur until it lightly scratches the wood. Okay, just lightly scratch it. and that creates a line parallel to the edge. Now if I take my pencil and highlight that line, you can see it a bit better. Okay. Now I'm going to take that round all the sides. So along the top, holding it nice and tight, keeping it on the same face. Now you can put this in the vise to help you hold it if you're struggling. Okay, and then down here, now I don't want to go all the way down, so what a wee trick is, if you take your spur and stab it in on that line, what will happen is when you slide it down, it'll stop. Did you hear it clicking into the hole? So it won't go all the way down, right? We don't want that. And again, take your nice sharp pencil into there, highlight that parallel line. The same here. Okay, inside there. Just take your time, mark that. Now, wastewood, this is the wastewood. Again, hatching lines or wastewood lines, mark that. So that's that piece done. Okay, that's piece number 1. So lay that down, piece number 2. Now as I showed you another first piece, it's cut out in the middle. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that's in the middle. And how we can do that is just by checking from either side. So I've got 30mm there. I've got 32mm there. 28mm there. Let's see. So 30, 30. Near enough. 30 by 30. Okay? So I can put one mark there just to give me my side. Okay? And then one mark there to give me my other side. And if I check that, it should be 40mm. Okay? So again, take your tool, tri-square. I'm going to mark lines square to an edge. So I'm going to mark these lines, making sure it's tight against here. 1, flip it over, take the other point there, make sure it's tight, mark that. So this is the bit we're taking out. So again, using your wastewood lines or hatching lines, mark that. Now we need to come down the sides. So again, taking your tri-square, making sure it's nice and tight at all times, tight against. What we're going to do is mark halfway down. Okay? So just mark your 4 sides, extend those lines down halfway, just over halfway, nice and tight, nice and square. See? Nice and tight, nice and square. Okay? And then, if I stop bumping the screen, we're going to take our marking gauge and we're going to come from this same face and we're going to put our wee dot there because we don't want the line all the way through. We're going to slide that down till that clicks in there. Okay, and then we're going to mark our pencil and our hatching lines. We're going to flip it over, we're coming from the same face, put our dot, our stop, slide it down, nice and parallel, you hear it clicking in. Okay, mark that, mark that. So that's the wastewood all marked. And then we'll have our other piece that we can remove and the two will fit together to make the finished joint. Okay, so that clips together, creates your T-halving. Okay, so recap with the tools, we have steel rule, nice sharp pencil, marking gauge with the 4 parts, stock, stem, spur and screw, and our tri-square, which you use for marking lines square to a face or an edge. Okay, hope you enjoyed that.